So, you know, it has been a rough year. Last year, I lost 45 pounds. I went from like this to this. Crazy. And I got down to 152. At 152, I'm like a size 8, and I'm just like was jamming it. And then I got really sick, and just the stress from the whole like losing my house, being in transition got to me. And I was starting to get on the mends, and then we moved to a tiny house because that just seems so smart. And I couldn't get my jive back. The stress was just bombing my diet. And, you know, I keep having this for 16 years. I started Weight Watchers 16 years ago, and it was amazingly successful. It was the first time I really had just like the understanding wherewithal to have control of my weight. So now fast forward 15 years ago, you know, I couldn't really get on it, but I had done Flex Points in the very beginning, and then I did Points Plus was the next one in the transitioning of Weight Watchers. Stress took its toll, and I let that stress just kind of cave my diet. And in reality, that wasn't good. So coming into the end of the year, so I got down to 152. And then this last year, I gained 25 pounds. 25.6 pounds, I think it was. Because the really cool part is my Weight Watcher app told me so. So when I joined back in, I was able to sign in to Weight Watchers from my old status. I was able to reclaim my username, the whole 9 yards. It was just awesome. It showed me my journey's progress. So you can see that. Can you see that? So this first dot is the last time I weighed in, 12/24/2016, and this is my new dot. Is that not just crazy? When I look at my weight loss journey, there was my last weigh-ins. So see, 12/24/16, 152.6. So I lost 25.6 on that portion of, you know, losing weight. I'd lost more than half my weight by going back to Weight Watchers and not pedaling and doing old Weight Watchers and trying to do Trim Healthy Mama, trying to do a little keto. You know, I did it that way. So when I joined back in my first scale registered, I'll show you. So see, 178. So immediately it told me 25.6 pounds. This last year I put 25.6 pounds, and I swear in the last month I put on like 4 to 5 pounds of that, because I started the month of November around 172 and I weighed in at 178 doing keto. So it doesn't work.
I could have gone and bootlegged my way through Weight Watchers once again without joining, but I decided to join. And I didn't just join online, I joined on the at the meeting. I went to a meeting. And here's my reason. I'm a busy mom. I have 6 kids. I'm in crazy stress. In all honesty, finding time to do this is really hard. But I chose to do it because I am pouring myself out everywhere to everybody, it feels like. There's like nothing left of... It's very fine threading, taking care of myself, much less getting people to pour into me. It's just kind of how it is. There's those seasons of mom life that I just can't... You know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. So I decided I am worth getting the meetings, getting a babysitter, and taking about an hour out of 1 week. 1 hour out of 1 week. 1 hour out of 164, 0.75% of my week for me. And my thing is I wanted to go to a meeting where I can get the pouring of many people over me versus me going onto the website and trying to sort everything out. I could do it, but I don't have that much willpower at the moment. So being able to go to a meeting, and it's already paid off so much.
The first meeting was kind of a dud. I'm not gonna lie. I went to somebody that's just not my cup of tea as a leader. And I like to be with somebody who creates an atmosphere of talking, and it's one large conversation, not somebody speaking at me. Because to be honest, I need to talk a little bit because, you know, I'm a talker, and I need to talk a little bit, and I kind of need to be able to have an open conversation amongst a lot of people and be part of the conversation, because my ADHD otherwise will check out. And I checked out on the first one, but most of all, I introduced myself just to kind of meet the leader. And my girlfriend was there, you know, my 77-year-old girlfriend was there. And she was like, this woman's awesome. She has 6 kids. And the leader just went,
oh, God bless you. You know, she might as well have said, oh, hell, you're stupid. You know, what kind of stupid person do we have here?
That was her demeanor, and it was an immediate turnoff. And I'm just like, sister, I've been doing Weight Watchers for a long time. I am Weight Watchers Weight Watchers is my jam. You know, every time I'm successful, it's because Weight Watchers is my jam. And I need, I kind of need some love. I don't need abrasion. And I got immediate abrasion and just a lot of attitude. And I was, oh no, this is not the pouring in. I would leave here aggravated every time. So I was just kind of like, okay, let me try somebody different next week. So I tried somebody different, and I got this just little firecracker of a little tiny woman. And she's just, she really reminds me of my very first Weight Watchers meeting leader 16 years ago, and I really just cannot say enough. She had open dialogue, but it was nice because her open dialogue, people were sharing meal ideas, people were sharing like struggle ideas, and I was just like, yes. And it's like, as much as I need from the leader, it's not really just the leader, I need from the group. I left my meeting on cloud 9, and it didn't have to do with the 5.6 pounds I lost. No, it didn't have to do with that. It had to do with the people and just having that kind of atmosphere. And for a stay-at-home mom who needs adult time, it was so awesome. So my big reasoning for kind of kicking in, and I mean, it was literally an overnight decision, like, hey, I want to go do Weight Watchers in the morning, was being dissatisfied, feeling just it's not getting to where I wanted to be with my weight, and wanting to get back to where I was, and seeing
a picture, oh my goodness, seeing a picture of what I looked like last year. And it wasn't just what I looked like, because honestly, if you saw on Instagram, I did a side-by-side when my first Weight Watcher meeting. I don't look terribly that different, if that makes sense. I don't look that different, but when I look at the photo, I see how I felt. And that was rough, because I know exactly how I was feeling and just how awesome I was. Just like, yes. I mean, if you cannot tell when you like look at this picture, my skin looks amazing. So just look how good I looked. I mean, I really don't look that different at 20 pounds greater. I mean, I can kind of see it in my skin line and everything like that, and my jawline and whatever. But I know how good I looked. And look, I'm eating good food right there too. And I saw that and I was like, Mama's got to do something, and quick. And so then of course I was like, and then I came across
some people talking about the new Weight Watcher program, because I heard they're bringing out a new
program. Just like, oh great, what point system are we doing now?
They called it freestyle, Weight Watchers freestyle. I went ahead and I watched, and so one of the hard struggles I had last year when I did Smart Points
is, one, I can't calculate the points in my head, and that really bums me out.
But two, I'm supposed to be revolving my meals around protein, but protein kind of takes a chunk of points away. And when I'm like a Fiber One addict because I'm a sugar addict. And before, Flex Points Fiber One was 1 point, and like now there are 3 or 4 points, and it's like utmost ridiculous. And I'm just like, how can I get my Fiber One? And what they've done is they've changed the freestyle that eggs are free. Well, before, eggs were like a couple of points, and then like if I had 2, there's like, it'd be like a kind of a monstrous amount of points for eggs. And I felt like, my breakfast should be about 4 or 5 points. Well, they're all in eggs. I can't have anything else. And that was really messing up my mind. But so eggs are free. Chicken breast is free. No skin. Turkey breast, no skin, is free. Seafood, shellfish and all that. Fish is free. Greek yogurt's free. Non-fat yogurt is free. Beans are free. Vegetables and fruit are free. I think that's everything that's free. So it opens up this whole thing, because the whole point was you're supposed to like build your meals around protein, because realizing the benefits of protein, we're not getting enough protein. We're getting older. Us women need to have our protein so we can keep our muscles. We don't want to have muscle destruction. Well, I wasn't using it. Now, this morning I had 2 waffles, syrup, and 3 eggs. And I'm losing weight. Oh my goodness. But things have changed. I make them a little differently. So number 1, if you have not, you need to do, if you're on Connect, go find Mud Hustler and his big beep waffle. So just type Big Ass Waffle in there, and you will find his waffles. And everybody makes his waffles. And it's essentially Quest Protien scoop, 2/3 of Kodiak pancakes. I'm going to put some, I'll put some Amazon links down below if you want to see those. This is Mud Hustlers. You can find him on Instagram as mudhustler_official.
And he's like jam up. He's like my jam when it comes to Weight Watchers.
You can make a big Belgian waffle for 3 points. 3 points, and it's delicious. And you can get the different Quest Protien powders to really jam it up. I might adventure out a little bit more. But you have this huge thing, and it's 3 points. Well, if I use 2 Nutri-Grain high fiber waffles, it's 4 points. And I mean, them suckers are like little. 4 points versus 3 points for something huge and satisfying. Huge deal. So now I take that and I make it actually into the equivalent of like an Eggo waffle, just a thin little waffle. So I can get 3 2 waffle servings for 1 point each out of that same thing. So I'll make that, and then every 3 days I make it. And I have a 1 point waffle, and I have a 1 point in sugar-free syrup, and I put 3 eggs on top, and I'm amazingly satisfied. I had a great source of protein. I had something sweet. I feel like I'm at the awful waffle. You know, I love having an awful waffle with a waffle and an egg and syrup, and I'm happy. And I mean, honestly, I'm still kind of eating a low carb meal, and I know if I stick to kind of a low carb, I'll lose weight really quick. I've done it before, but I have to do it in the boundaries of Weight Watchers and knowing my calorie limits. Caloric limits or something like that, even though Weight Watchers takes in a lot of things. So I mean, just something to think about. There's meetings everywhere, and if you don't like that first later, go find another one. Find who works for you. And the support on the app is incredible. And the nice part is journaling. I wasn't a big journaler on my phone last time. It's a whole lot easier. My Fitbit is linked in there, so my activity points are there without me thinking about it. I mean, it's really easy. It's very easy to do this in the way that they have the app, and things update. Now, I would like to sometimes print out my ideas and what I ate over time. So I'm wondering if I can go back and do that later on. But I'm wondering if I could probably maybe even do that on my computer. So you can do it on your computer, you can do it on your phone. And I'm finding it very nice to live within. I don't know, I could keep going on, but we all have things to do, and I don't want to spend your whole day listening to me talk. But weigh-in number 1, I lost 5.6 pounds. Very happy, especially since I've spent the whole last month fighting and trying to do my stuff and constantly seeing the scale go up as I was ketogenically eating. So that is just a huge reprieve, and that's a nice place to be. So that is awesome. We're going to see what next week brings, and I'll weigh in on Thursday and stuff. And I haven't even put my awesomeness on Instagram because, just life is busy. But I just wanted to give you that. And